And now it's time for breakfast. And little piggies, they don't know. I'm working on it. They don't know, hey, be quiet, I'm getting it together. They only know they want food because pigs are food driven. Anything they can eat, they'll go crazy for. They want food. Cheerios, steak. Does not matter what the food is, they want that food. And they are not above walking into the kitchen with you while you're cooking and biting you because you've got food on that counter, you're not giving it to them. That's pigs. Pigs are not humans. Pigs have an education level of a 3-year-old. They are perpetual toddlers. So when they get in a bad mood, they don't know how, you're not listening to what they're saying because you and a pig do not speak the same language. So her only way to communicate is to scream and bark and hit the fence or run into me if she's not behind a fence. Run into me or nip at my calves because she's telling me what she wants, but I'm not giving it to her. That's pigs. Pigs get moody frequently. At least once a day, we have a problem because she gets moody. So anyway, now it's time for her breakfast. It's her food pan. And I buy a pig food that I ferment for her. Doesn't that look delicious? I ferment it for Biscuit because she likes it that way. It's good for her. And she gets lots of vitamins and minerals. And it gives the added bonus of she gets extra water with her breakfast. And I don't have to worry about her not drinking enough. And then I'll put the rest of this up and feed it later. Oh, gosh. All right. Now, what else does Biscuit get? She gets her bird food. I buy no waste bird food. And it has nuts and dried fruit. And everything's already shelled. And I don't have to do anything to it. And she gets about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of this in her breakfast. What, Biscuit? You have to move. Move back. I know. You want your vitamin, your gummy vitamin? I know, sweetness. You can teach your pigs how to spin. Here. It's in your mouth, ding-a-ling. There you go. There you go. Yes. Oh. Bisky. Pigs will learn their names. They're very smart. They'll spin, they'll sit, they'll shake, they'll play piano. Okay. So for Biscuit's breakfast, I try and add stuff that she's going to get if she were out foraging. Okay, so I give her 1/4 cup or so of dried cranberries for her urinary tract. I give her hemp hearts, fish oil, chia seeds, a handful of raw oats to clean her digestive tract. And this is pretty much, it has all of the vitamins and minerals and even the calories that she needs in a day's time because she doesn't forage. You know, she lives in a house. And then every morning we start off her day with her vitamins and her prunes because pigs are notorious for getting stopped up. And sometimes pumpkin doesn't work. So I just give her 5 or 6 Here, baby. I give her 5 or 6 prunes in the morning, which she loves. Who we're kidding? She's a pig. She loves anything. Oh, sorry, baby. Last one. And I order these from Amazon every month. They're about, I don't know, $18 a bag. I order, oh, shoot. I forgot one thing that goes in her food bowl every morning, and that is her skin and hair conditioner. Hold on. If you go to Tractor Supply, you can buy the Do More for about $4.99 a bag. I like the Mana Pro. I like the Mana Pro. It just seems better to me. And I order this every month from Amazon, but this month everything was delayed, you know, so I had to go and get a different bag. And she gets a tablespoon of this added to her food every day to keep her skin moist and her hair healthy. All right, now Biscuit's breakfast is ready. You ready for breakfast, Biscuit? All right, okay, all right, hold on. Okay, all right. Are you spinning for mommy? Yeah, my good girl. Oh! And when you have a pig in the house, you make lots of messes. Let the piggy clean up what she wants. Get the mop. Get yourself a good mop because you're going to use it a lot. Piggies are like children. They cost just as much. We have to have, you don't have to. I know tons of people who do not feed their pigs. They don't go out of their way to give them a nutritious breakfast that's beneficial to them. They don't go out of their way to get them fresh lettuce and fresh vegetables for them to eat, because this, like I said, is the most calories and nutrients that she really needs for the day, because she's not going out running around. She has, you know, there's her house, and she runs in and out of this big backyard. You can see we don't have any neighbors. It's just us out here. And but in order to keep them at a weight that's healthy for them, you want to give them vegetables with water in it. 2, it's not calorie, there's not a lot of calories, and it's filled with water. So bonus, you get to make sure that she's drinking enough, because pigs, if they don't get enough water, they will die because of salt toxicity. I didn't know any of this. I saw the cute little pig on the corner, and I thought, oh, look at that cute little pig. I could hold her in one hand, wrap her up in a blanket. She was adorable. So I stopped and I bought her, and I brought her home, and I didn't even know what kind of food she ate. Luckily, I found Google when I stopped at the Tractor Supply, and love Tractor Supply because you can take your pig and your dogs in. So I took her in, put her in the cart, and I went through the store and picked out what I read online from the AMPA website, American Mini Pig Association, to tell me what to feed her, what her behavior was. And I'd already paid for her by the time I found out what her behavior was. She was so sweet. She was so tiny. And everybody said, you got to get her used to you holding her. Well, pigs don't want you to hold them. They scream and they cry and they try and bite you, because their only defense as a prey animal is to run. And if their feet aren't touching the ground, they can't run if there's danger. So they scream and they cry and they bite, and it's piercingly loud. You think her screaming for her food is loud? No, no, no. Pick them up and listen to them scream. And all of the websites will tell you, oh, you got to get her used to you picking her up, because if you're walking her and there's danger, you have to pick her up to get her away from the danger. Well, look at Biscuit. I'm not picking Biscuit up. She weighs 120 pounds. I can only guess that Biscuit was 3 or 4 months when we bought her last August. There's a chance that she was younger than that, but she's coming up on 1 year. Yeah, we're talking about you, cutie. We bought her from a breeder that I have since found out does not take care of the pigs, because she was selling them out of the back of a car. That's on me. I shouldn't have bought any animal from the back of a car, but I did. Yes, pigs are a lot of work. This is just her first meal. In an hour, she's going to want second breakfast, which is oatmeal, prepared instant, what's it called? Hey, baby. I take a package of the steel cut oatmeal and a handful of rolled oats, and I soak them in hot water when I make my coffee, which I won't get until I feed the dogs and water everything and everything's taken care of. What's it, baby? And she'll get that. Usually between 9 and 10 is when she wants her second breakfast. I have shelves of food and treats for the pig, because the pig has become the center of our life. Because you cannot forget that you have a pig. It doesn't work that way. So I have an entire shelf filled with baby food, baby cereal, vitamins, oats, dried fruit, hemp hearts, chia seeds, syringes, because twice a year pigs have to be, they get mites. And if you get them, we call them scabies, but on pigs, they're called mites. And they get them. She has gotten them once, and I had to give her ivermectin. You don't have to give her an injection. You just put it in her food. She loves pumpkin. Put it in her pumpkin. She'll be fine. Also, too, you want to get a goat warmer. I have them up here. And the good thing about them is they last for a couple of years. So you can use them more than once. Here's the ivermectin injectable. It is about $30 a bottle. I can't remember. And then she has to have the Safeguard goat worming for any parasites that she might get. And goats, they get parasites. Pigs, goats, they go out and they eat off of the ground, you see. And there are parasites in the dirt that they root in. So they do get parasites, whether you like it or not. They do. And a couple of times every 2 weeks after the initial dose, for you squirt the medicine in her food. She eats it. 14 days later, you repeat the dose. That's the ivermectin. The goat medicine, give it 2 or 3 days in a row of the same time. And then 14 days later, give it to her again 3 days in a row. And that keeps Piggy healthy and parasite free. Because when you lay down with your pig, or you get down and sit beside her so she can roll all over you, which she does, so that you can scratch her belly, those mites will get on you. You don't want your pig to have mites. You want to make sure she gets medicated. And then we just open up the back double doors and we let her run in and out in her yard all day long, so that she can be a pig. She can play in the dirt, she can root, she can lay in the sun, she can roll in her straw, get in her pool, whatever she wants to do. That's a life for a pig, I'll tell you what. But pigs are, like I said, she's on good behavior now. I think it's because the radio's on. This is not our normal day. She has been so good this morning. She is a literal ham, apparently, for the camera. Biscuit, you want to say bye-bye? Biscuit, you want to say bye-bye? Pigs like to have blankets and sheets. to cover up with and roll on. I go to the Goodwill and I buy them cheap because pigs tear them up. If you throw her a handful of Cheerios or dried bananas for a treat and she thinks she smells one underneath of the blanket, she's not going to move the blanket. She's going to go through the blanket to get it. That's a pig. And those are her natural instincts. You cannot get angry at her for doing what is natural to an animal. We keep the doors open. Pigs also, we crate trained her when she was little. She slept in the house with us next to the dogs in a crate. She was on a schedule. When you first get your baby Piggy, it's like having a newborn baby. Every 30 minutes, they want to scream and cry because they want to be held or food or comforted or petted or whatever. And you have to be the adult to put them in that crate. And don't go pick them up when they make a noise. Because if you go pick them up when they make a noise, they're training you. You're not training them. It took me 3 months, 3 months to learn that. I was so tired. Every time she grunted, I got up to make sure she was okay. And I finally got in touch with an AMPA group, and she said, you got to stop getting up to her whenever she's making noises. She's like a baby. She's training you to do what she wants. That means she's top pig and you're bottom pig. And in your house, you want to be top pig. Bottom pigs aren't treated very well. And again, pigs communicate by pushing each other, shoving each other, nipping at each other. So she thinks you're a pig too. So she's going to come up to you and push you and nip at you because she's the top pig. You got to get out of her way. So when you get your pig, you got to start early. Start shoving the pig. Move the pig out of the way. It's called MTP. You have to walk up to her at certain times of the day and just move her. Push on her with your leg or your hand until she moves, and she'll grunt and complain. But she knows you are telling her that you're a top pig. You're the one that's in charge. And if you don't do that, there are people who have to go around their pigs carrying boards in front of them to keep the pigs from hurting them. Believe me, you don't want to be that person. The majority of people that get pigs, pigs are usually turned loose in nature, and everybody thinks like dogs. Oh well, they'll go back. They know how to survive. They don't. They wind up starving to death or getting killed by other animals. Other pigs from the wild will kill this pig. She's not a member of their clan, and they will kill her. We don't leave her outside by herself because any of the other pigs that are around here will kill her, and they'll tear down your fence to do it. Don't think that a fence is going to stop them, because it will not. And if you try to intervene, the pig will hurt you. When a wild pig comes around, you don't have a choice. You have to get your gun and get rid of the pig. Today I'll have to go out into her house and get all the straw that you saw out there out, because Biscuit goes to bed at 9 p.m. and I let her out of her bed between 7 and 8. And if she has to potty during that time, she's going to potty right there in the straw. So you have to go out with a shovel. Yes, I'm talking about you. And shovel out her building and put down fresh straw. I open up all the windows every day, let it air out. Straw doesn't hold pee. It doesn't hold wetness. It dries if the wind is blowing. It's not like hay, which holds pee. So if you get a pig, you don't want to put hay in their pen or in their house where they're going to sleep or poop or pee, because that hay holds onto it. And then it'll mold and get bacteria growing, and your pig will get sick. You don't want that. Pigs are expensive to take care of. The good thing about pigs is there are lots of places that take pigs in. Like I said, most people find out that pigs are too hard to take care of, and so they get rid of them as quick as they can. And some of them will take them up to animal control and drop them off, where usually they're euthanized, because in most places it's not legal to have livestock in a neighborhood. And these many pigs are considered livestock. They're not considered pets in a lot of places. The thing about pigs is they bond with their owners. Hey, baby girl. They bond with their owners. So when you give them away or you don't want them anymore, you leave them, they get brokenhearted. They'll cry, they'll mourn, because to them, you died. You were a member of their pack. You were the person that they counted on, and you died, and now they're all alone. Don't get a pig if you're not committed to having a pig and raising a pig. Yes, there are sanctuaries that will take in pigs. But like I said, that pig does not know what happened to you. You were that pig's life, and all of a sudden you're gone. Dogs feel the same way. Dogs get brokenhearted too, but dogs are more resilient than pigs. They will eventually learn to trust and love another adult. It's very, very difficult for pigs, and sometimes they die because they're brokenhearted. Pigs they live for 15 to 25 years. 15 years. 25 years. Not months, not days. It's a 25-year commitment for you to take care of your pig. We have problems finding pig sitters. There aren't a lot of pig sitters, especially if you live really out where there's no one around like I do. You know, it costs about $125 a day, no, a week, to take them to a place where they'll keep them for you. Pigs don't do well in that situation, and they don't feed your pig like you do. If you take all of the food out there, they will not, because they're not someone there 24 hours a day. They'll get fed breakfast and they'll get fed dinner. They don't get any kind of stimulation during the day. They're just in a pen where you're putting them. Did I forget anything? There's a lot that goes along with taking care of pigs. Please be responsible. Do your research. Don't rush out and get a pig because you think your little girl needs a pet. Pigs are a lot of work. I would not get a pig if I was working. If I couldn't stay home with that pig all day, I would not get a pig, because it's very hard on the animal to be alone. Anyway, it's another beautiful day out here in West Texas. Be responsible. Pig responsibly. They're a serious commitment, guys. Have a good day.